Sorry about that, guys. Had technical difficulty. Battery went out. I thought my charger was connected, but I guess it's not working. Need to buy more chargers. I put them in the salt water a lot. They're probably giving out already. Let me just wait for the feed to come through so I can adjust the camera if it needs to be adjusted. Okay, let's see here. Not too bad. Sorry about that, man. The battery went out on the GoPro. I had plugged it into my charger, but I guess the battery's not working. So killed the live. All right. That's the thing about going live, man. So many freaking things going on. You gotta fix them on the fly. So still not seeing a lot of trout on top, but I mean, obviously there's some there. We've caught 2 already. So what's up, Brian? So I was live a little bit ago. So far I've caught two trouts. There's not a lot of trout right now. Like I was telling the guys earlier, the green lights here at this pier were off when I got here, and they literally just turned them on about 5 minutes after I got here. And I've landed 2 small trout so far. There's not a lot of trout though on top, so the bite's gonna be slow, definitely. But I've managed to catch 2 so far, and it seems like they're hitting it right here next to the pillars almost. And I'm using a 3-aught. Usually I prefer using a 2-aught for the trouts, smaller hook, but I didn't bring any V-logs with me. And with the conditions right now, you need a little bit more weight. So a 1/4 jig is perfect here. But we're definitely gonna catch some trouts, but they're not gonna be too big. I'm not seeing any action here. And in my experience coming to this little pier, it's always small trouts. See, like that one right there? Relax, buddy. And with this cold weather, I was talking to David right now too, and it seems like the slow retrieve is what is really getting these guys fired up. They're still a little lethargic. This guy's pretty cold still. Little troutski right there. But I'm here for work here in Corpus Christi. Every time I come here, I usually just like to kill time. I don't like to be in the hotel, just chilling, bored. So I like to come out here. Right now I'm using the Cosmo because it is really windy right now. There's a lot of chop in the water. It's always recommended to use a paddle tail to have more vibration. I'll throw the shrimp in a little bit, but a lot of the times you want to throw a paddle tail when it's really choppy. More vibration. Oh, I got a good bite right there. And the shrimp doesn't really have a lot of vibration, obviously. Here's another one. This is a little bit better. Okay, okay, okay. This was pulling some drag, guys. Okay. A little bigger guy. Okay, I see you. I see you. Oh yeah, look at that one. Look at this one, guys. This one will keep all day. Check them out. Just when we thought there was no decent trouts out here, we got this healthy guy. This guy's gonna measure a good 16 and a half, maybe 17. Obviously we're not keeping fish, so not gonna I don't have a ruler, But he is a nice fat trout, man. On the Cosmo. See? Check him out. That's a nice fat guy right there. It is windy, man. It is super windy. That's why I have my windbreaker on. I have a sweater underneath. Because not only is it windy, it's a little cold, a little chilly. It's not like super cold, but the wind definitely makes it feel a little bit colder. Hell yeah, man. It was a nice little trout, a little fat trout too. Probably like 16 and a half, maybe 17. I thought I was gonna lose him on the dock. He was kind of running into the dock or the pier, and that wasn't a slow retrieve. Super slow retrieve too. Let's see if there's another one in there. That's got to be the first keeper I've landed here. Usually, like I said, it's freaking like sometimes the when it's a little bit calmer and it's not as windy, there's a lot of shrimp here. And these freaking trouts, man, they're like all over the place. The only problem is that they're small guys. They're usually not that big. So that was definitely interesting right there. Let's see if there's another one in there. And here I'm going kind of slow too, because on the retrieve, because different reasons. Number one, the trouts are very lethargic. The water's really, really cold. Number two, there's a lot of wind, so I'm kind of going against the wind and I'm going against the chop. I feel like the undercurrent's kind of going that way, so I'm bringing my lure against the current, and that causes the lure, if I go too fast, it causes it to go into the surface, and I don't want it to be in the surface, obviously. I want it to be about, when I'm fishing for trout, I want it to stay about 4 inches underwater, 4 to 6 inches underwater, since trouts like to feed on top. And that's usually how I do it. So I'll play around with the retrieve every now and then. If I'm not getting any hits, I'll go to like a twitch method. I'll do like a twitch, pause, twitch, pause, to see if I can get a reactive bite. And I just kind of play with it and find out what they like. I've noticed that a lot of the times when my lure gets about right here, but it's like a foot to 2 feet in the bottom, a trout will swipe it. So that leads me to believe that they're hanging out about 2 feet under the surface right now. What's up? Yeah, Jace, man. I keep forgetting your name. I keep calling you by your channel. But Jake. But I think it's Jake. Correct me if I'm wrong. I saved your number with your name, but I totally forgot. What was I going to tell you? I usually come here every time that I come here, that I come to Corpus, only because usually it's well lit. Sometimes there's a couple of people, but for the most part, I always come like on crappy nights for some reason. So usually there's never as much people. And I'll just come here for fun. I don't really come here to really catch anything crazy. It would be nice, but I used to go a lot to Fulton Pier, and I'll bring my big rods and I'll use some blue crab, bro, and catch a lot of big uglies over there north of Rockport. That's a really great place to go live and catch some big uglies, but it is a little bit farther up. It's about a 45-minute drive from where I'm staying, so I'd rather just come here. I'm by, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's Port Aransas or Aransas Pass, one or the other. Right behind me. I'm east past, you know, I think this is a JFK. I'm near the Packery Channel. That's what it is. Usually on really calm days, I like to launch my kayak from Packery Channel and go out through the bay, catch me some trouts. Next time I come, hopefully the conditions are a little better, I'll bring my kayak. We can shoot some content over here. Usually when I fish at night on my kayak, I'll hit up over there in Portland. There's an area there. Oh look, I got a hit right when I stopped reeling. There's a right in between Portland and Corpus. There's a little area there, a boat ramp. I forget what it's called, but it's near Nueces Bay, and usually there it has a lot of cover from the wind. If I go fish at night there, it's pretty peaceful, a little creepy, but I'll just throw fish bite at night and literally just wait, and I'll catch freaking redfish and black drum all day at night. So when I bring my kayak, I'll probably go fishing there if I go fishing at night. I really don't want to be out somewhere where I'm unfamiliar with at night, so I do know that area. Yeah, I've been to a couple of other piers. I went to one in Corpus Christi. I forget what it was called. It was really nice though, really nice pier, but it was really tall, bro. And casting was weird because, you know, it's a big drop off. It's like a park or something. It's by Ocean Drive, I think. Really nice pier though, really nice pier, really updated and modern. But I caught some trouts there as well, but nothing crazy. I should have gone there. But with these winds right now coming from the east northeast, I would have got hammered with the wind right there. And so I came here instead because the wind's hitting my back. Over there I would have been facing directly at the wind. It would have sucked. So I see, if you notice, I got that trout on when I stopped reeling, so it's weird. I'm assuming the lure was just kind of dropping down and it just picked it up. So I'm gonna stop reeling there for a second, let it drop, reel it in a little bit, let it drop. I wonder if that'll do anything. I've never done that before. I usually twitch it, let it drop. Yeah, that did nothing. Maybe that guy was just really hungry. Oh. All right, guys, we have about 4 trout so far, 1 keeper, 3 small guys. Let's see if there's anything else. There's another spot over here that I can try throwing, but I have a feeling that if I throw over there, you guys are gonna hear a lot of wind noise from my mic because the wind's hitting directly at my face. It's gonna be hitting directly at my face. And what I do, guys, a lot when I fish the piers, just if you guys want to take this as a hint, as a tip, is I don't usually throw out past the green light. I usually throw, what would it be, lateral or along the dock, the pier. So I usually try to fish where there's no people, and I try throwing right towards the dock at a straight line. You just got to make sure that the undercurrent's not going under the bridge, otherwise you'll lose your lure. But I like throwing along the dock because a lot of times these bigger trout, they like to hang out under the dock, not necessarily in the light. David Cavazos, man, I wish I had some abuelita chocolate right now. But yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, I do have shirts for sale right now. I'm taking pre-orders. If you don't know go to my Facebook, or I think I made a post on YouTube, I'm not sure. I'm taking pre-orders for the shirts. I have long sleeve, short sleeve, and hoodies, and they're really nice shirts. I want to make some sweaters for the cold. The only reason why I haven't made sweaters is because, number one, they're a little more expensive. Number two, the cold in the valley doesn't last long, and I really want something you guys are gonna wear year round and sport out. So I think I have them for like $35, give or take. Don't quote me. I think they're $35 to $36, something like that, depending on the size. I have them in kid sizes and I have them in adult sizes as well. But I'm only doing pre-orders, so if you want one, you need to pre-order one. The turnaround time is fast, which is good. You don't have to wait like a freaking month or something to get it, like I did on my last round. I'm ordering you know, a couple at a time because I don't want to have a lot of sitting inventory. But if you pre-order your shirt, turnaround time is going to be roughly about 2 weeks, give or take. As soon as I get them, I'll mail them to you guys if you order one, and if you're not in the valley. Really nice design too, man. I had my designer, my graphic designer, make me a real nice design. So check it out, man. You snooze, you lose. What happened to the pescados, man? There's no more pescados. Yeah, like I said, there's not a lot of action here tonight. Conditions are horrible, but let's see what happens, man. I mean, we've already landed 4 trouts. I don't see why we can't catch any more. There's a bird hovering over there on top of me, so I wonder if there's any fish in the dark area. I'm gonna check in a second here. I don't like to throw out there though. I like to stay in the light under the docks, or near the dock, where the lure can be seen a little better. Let's find out. I threw it north of me. I know it's deep way over there, so I'm gonna let it drop a little bit. I'm gonna give it like 10 seconds and then I'll start retrieving it in. All right, do a slow retrieve. And I can feel that undercurrent, man. That undercurrent is strong right now. Yeah, I'm not getting no bites over there. Just picked up some grass. But let's see if we can get another trout on board. Not seeing nothing, man. Oh, getting a thump, getting a thump, getting a thump. No, he didn't commit. I gotta spray my lure a little bit more just to make sure that when they're a little bit sketched out or finicky, they take it when they smell it. But you can smell it, huh? All right. Spray it a little bit. Definitely got a little thump. So where's my spray here? Don't tell me it fell. Where'd it go? I heard something fall earlier, but I wasn't sure what it was. Oh, here it is. Whew. That was a close one, guys. Feeling a little bit of drops in my head. If there's a lot of raindrops, I'm gonna have to end the live because I don't want my wireless mics to get wet. We'll see what happens right now. It looks like it's picking up a little bit. I don't want to have my my GoPro exposed with my wireless mic. It's another $200. I want to spend another $200 on mics. My other wireless mics didn't get warranted because they said they had water damage. And when the company said that they had water damage, I was like, what? There's no way. I've never had them around water. They sent me a picture and I was like, yeah, you got me. It freaking had corrosion all inside the freaking wireless mic. Oh, got a thump again. Man, come on, commit, bro, commit. Don't be scared. You're gonna go right back into the water, my friend. I'm using the Tranks right now, and I usually use my Corrado or my Scorpion DC. So it definitely feels a little weird using a regular bait caster that doesn't have a digital chip in it. Since it doesn't have that sound that my my DCs have, it feels weird. It's not a bad reel though. So far, I've been doing pretty good with it in casting range. I'm probably going to use my Corrado for top waters or heavy lures. I'm going to use my Scorpion for light lures, and probably this one as well for light lures because they cast pretty good. I'm getting little thumps, bro. Feels like it. Yeah, little thumps. I'm slowing down the retrieve a little bit, see what happens. Picking up some grass. All right, I don't know if you guys can see the drizzle here, but I'm gonna have to end the live in a little bit, or I'm gonna have to move onto that porch over there, and I'll keep chatting with you guys while the water passes by. Again, my wireless mics are not waterproof, so I don't want them to get wet. The one that I have on my chest is fine, but the one on top of the GoPro, I need it to be covered. I mean, it's not that bad, but let me see if I have some kind of cover. What's up, Mr. Juan? There's a couple of trouts biting. I've landed 4 trouts, 1 keeper trout, 4 small trout, 3 small trouts, and 1 keeper trout. So far, there's not a whole lot of action right now because of I mean, it's super windy, super choppy. And I was telling the guys earlier that the lights here at the pier, they weren't on when I got here. So the owner turned them on for me as soon as I came here, and you know, if they would have been on since earlier, there might have been some trout stacked up. But since they turned them on as soon as I got here, you know, it seems like these trouts are maybe barely working their way here, but I don't see any bait. I see a trout every now and then, but like small trouts. But I have landed 4, and I'm in Corpus Christi right now. By the JFK bridge, I think it's called. Oh, I got a bite right there. I keep getting little thumps, bro, but they're not really committing. Oh, I got a thump. I got a hit right there when I was playing with my lure. I guess I want that twitching action. Hopefully my camera doesn't get wet. Let's twitch it a little bit. I got a bite right here when I was just playing with it by the light. What I could do is put the chest mount on. Yeah, the rain's picking up a little bit, guys. Let me move to the porch over there just a little bit, just so we can pass by. My phone's getting wet too. My battery's getting wet. Okay, it's not good. My GoPro bag is pretty much water resistant, so I'm good with that. My stuff won't get wet. That's why I spent freaking an arm and a leg for this GoPro bag, because I knew it was water resistant. It's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. Let me move to the porch real quick for a second, guys. Okay. All right, let me take you guys with me for a second. Yeah, it's definitely, my wireless mic is all wet already, so don't want to continue getting it wet, guys. Trust me. I'd have to order another freaking mic, and then the audio and my videos is going to be crappy again. I do have a backup, but that backup is not a great wireless mic either, so I think it's like the first generation Rode wireless mic. I think that one was like 200 bucks. It's not as good as the one that I just lost recently. Woo! Let me get under this porch here for a second. But I'm literally the only one here. Check it out. I'm literally the only one here in the whole parking area. So either we are crazy, or I don't know. Let me see if I can clean my lens real quick. Well, actually, my cool bag jacket here has a lens cleaner. Check it out. That's cool, right? Nice. It's for your sunglasses, but it works. I'm gonna put the GoPro down here, guys, so we can chat for a little bit. Meanwhile, the rain passes. Tell me the audio's still working. I'm gonna put the GoPro down here, guys. All right, my wireless mic sounds like it's still working, which is good. Let me sit down and chat with you guys for a second. Meanwhile, the water passes by. Whew. Alright, my wireless mic sounds like it's still working, which is good. Did I delete some of your guys' messages by accident, guys? Let me know. 361 tight lines. Let me know. It looks like I deleted some messages. It's probably an accident while I was moving around here with the phone in my pocket. And Mr. Sean Lopez, I am in Corpus Christi right now, fishing near the JFK causeway. Move this rod before I hook myself. The rain just picked up, so I got out of it for a little bit, see if it passes through. Okay, I see the messages. The rain just picked up, so I got out of it for a little bit, see if it passes through. I head back Friday. Head back home on Friday. Okay, I see the messages. Check out this cup, guys. I was thinking about selling some of these cups, but man, they're expensive to make. I need to order them online or something so I can get a better deal. I am going to be here till Friday. Yeah, I noticed yesterday too, the rain came in for like a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then it went away. So I'm gonna see if it goes away again, and then I'll continue fishing. I'm only gonna be out here for probably another 30 to 40 minutes though. Conditions aren't great, so there's no sense in being out here for a long time. What do you guys got going on, man? Put my phone right here instead so I can read it instead, huh? Chris, what I throw when it's raining, it varies. I don't usually fish in the rain only because I have a lot of accessories on my GoPro. I wish I can show them to you right now, but they're on the GoPro. I have the wireless mic here on my jacket, and I have an external wireless mic on the GoPro. And all I'll do is I'll drain if they get wet, I'm screwed. And one of my wireless mic on the GoPro, it looks like it's low battery for some reason. Let's see if I can change that. If it dies, it dies. But I usually use paddle tail. That's what I was using right now because it's really windy, so you want to use a paddle tail for more vibration. Jake, as far as the battery packs, no, I do use external battery packs, but I don't attach them to the GoPro. Usually when I'm on my kayak, I have a big battery in my box, and it has a 6-foot wire cable that runs to my GoPros. And that battery, bro, it's a beast. I can take it like on freaking, I don't know how many outings, and it'll last. If I use the light at night, it'll drain it a little bit faster, but The battery takes like freaking 8 hours to charge, but it lasts forever. I got it on Amazon for like 80 bucks. Yeah, bro, it looks that way. I might have to call it in a bit. I don't see a lot of rain right now, but I know it's 70% chance of rain coming in. So it's supposed to be raining around the AM, 3 a.m., 6 a.m., something like that. So it's definitely going to be raining for a little bit. But the other mics, let me show you guys what I have. Meanwhile, we are under a porch. Let me show you what I use. Get my snacks before I ruin them, my little Nutellas. And if the wireless mic goes off on the GoPro, I'll see it because it's got a little light on there. And I'll switch the mics out real quick for you guys. Here in my bag, I have another set of external mics. This is my backup. This is a Rode wireless mic, and that's the transmitter. This is the receiver, and then you just basically plug this in like so, and plug this into the accessory mod on the GoPro. And this is basically what I use as a backup. This one you can buy at Best Buy. I think it's like 200 bucks. The better one that I had recently was $259. But it lasted a lot longer than this one, and I feel like the quality was a little bit better than this one. And the DJI mic that I have on right now, I think it was like $180, something like that, which is this one. It's pretty good actually for the price. I do also sometimes rarely use a lavalier. This is basically a mic that goes attached to, let's say I want to put this mic in my pocket. I'll plug this in here somewhere. There's a hole right here, and then I basically just run this under my shirt, and I'll have this one on like so, and it actually makes the audio sound a little bit better. But it's when I'm fishing, I don't like to have anything under my shirt. It's weird. This is one of the brands that I love in gloves, man. This AFTGO gloves, freaking amazing gloves. The DJI mic is really good, bro. For the price, it's really, really good. It's actually better than this one. This is a $200 mic, and it doesn't sound as good as the DJI. I feel like this one has a lot of bass in it. You can't really adjust the settings on the audio on that one. Just the dB, which is the output. And the DJI has a lot of ways you can control the settings through the mic, which is pretty dope. The Rode, you got to connect to your computer so you can adjust the settings to it. Now, here in my bag, as far as the battery that I was talking to you about, that I carry on the kayak every time you see me with my light on, I use, let me show you. I use this light sometimes. This is the GoPro light. When I'm fishing at night on the boat, I'll put this one attached to my GoPro just so I can turn it on. It's pretty good. It's like 50 bucks, I think, or something like that at Best Buy. And then the accessory mod that I use on my GoPros, it looks just like this one here. I think they're like 80 bucks at Best Buy. You put your GoPro in it, slide it in there. And whenever you have this on your GoPro, remember that it is no longer waterproof. This is water resistant, but once this little cap gets all wet, the audio becomes crap. This has a microphone right there, front, back, and the side, and it has this little wind cover, but it sucks, bro. You need a wireless mic for this. I also have this mic, like if I'm vlogging, I'll attach this to the GoPro, and then I'll just put it on the horseshoe, and I have it basically pointing at me, and that's your mic, you know. So it's another one. This one's like 80 bucks, I think. I bought this a long time ago, and I never freaking use it because I forget. This is the wireless transmitter remote. This basically, you sync your GoPros to it, and you just hit the button to record, stop recording, all that good stuff. And I stopped using that a long time ago. It's really annoying. I don't know what I have in here. Let's find out. I have some side doors for the GoPros. I have this 3M tape thing. Let's see what I have in here. I haven't gone through my own bags in a long time. I have some lenses. This is another lens that I never use from GoPro. This is the Max lens or Max Mod lens. It basically gives you a wider view. That one's kind of cool, I guess. I hardly use it though. It's really big, so it's easier to scratch it up. And I carry a bunch of cables on me. This is one of the batteries that I use on my chest mount. I basically tie wrap this to the back behind the chest mount, so it sits behind the mount, the actual chest mount, and then it's tie wrapped in there. So I just put the wire to the GoPro, and this is usually what powers my GoPro up for like 6 or 7 hours when I have it on the chest mount or on my hats. If you watch some of my older videos, you'll see that that I put it behind the hat, my GoPro hat. Again, it's with tie wraps. You got to do what you got to do, but people may see you a little weird, but at the end of the day, it gets the job done. Let's see what else I got here. I feel like a woman showing you guys what I have inside my purse. I have some hooks in case I'm fishing with Captain George. I like to use 5/0 circle hooks. He likes to use those freaking crappy octopus hooks. So I have some extras just in case I'm fishing with him. This is my chest mount. So I have that battery that I was just showing you. I have it tie wrapped right here in the back. So you can see the square right there where it's already made its indentation, and that's usually where I have it. Sometimes it can get a little bit uncomfortable because you would want the padding in the back versus the battery pack, but it's not too bad. You get used to it. More cables. It's probably going to be a good time to reorganize. So yeah, bro, let me show you the media mod. The media mod. Good thing I have an extra one here. I have 3 of them. I have another one in the house. I need to buy another one actually. But right behind it, it has these little doors. You can see the little hole right here for the auxiliary. This is where the wireless mic goes. And then right behind that door, this is where your battery cable goes. And then it also has another one in case you're gonna connect it to the computer. I don't know what that one's called. But yeah, it has it for the battery here. So what happens is if this falls into the water, water's gonna go in here and it's gonna go in here, salt water. So if it goes underwater, the GoPro itself is still technically waterproof because it has this little cover rubber here that prevents water from getting into the battery, the actual battery. But this wireless mod is gone. It's no good anymore. So the wireless mod, I guess, or the accessory mod is going to go bad. The GoPro will still be fine, but the actual accessory mod is done. It's water resistant. It even says it in the box. It's not waterproof. So you don't want that to get wet or too wet. This is one of the lights that I have as a backup as well. This is one of them. I have a bigger one. This one's from Amazon. I think it's like $20. I don't know if it has any charge right now. It don't look like it. Yeah, it's not turning on. So it said it's turning on. Either it needs charge or it's busted. Who knows? Then I have this bag here. This is where I carry my my drone. And this little bag here itself, it's not waterproof either, but it's pretty water resistant. But it's inside the bag anyway, so it's all good. And then I have a GoPro. This is the wind cover that a lot of people use for on kayaks, but honestly, they're garbage. But I still use it every now and then. It's better than not having anything on the GoPro. This GoPro should be in here. And then if you're gonna get a GoPro, I recommend the new white lithium batteries. Do not get the blue ones, they suck. These white ones, they don't typically, when the GoPro gets hot, they typically don't go out, and they last a lot longer. I think you get about 30% more battery life on these white batteries than on the blue batteries, and I've tested that myself, so I know it's true. So the drone that I use is a DJI Mini 2. I'm gonna show it to you guys, but just don't laugh at me. My freaking dog got a hold of it, freaking murdered it. So check it out. I have a 5-month-old Great Dane. He got a hold of my drone, chewed it up. He chewed up all the fins. I had spares, so I replaced them. And it has this this little leg in the back. He chewed up this one, so you know, I'm surprised the drone still freaking works, you know what I mean? The last video that I shot with Captain George, I shot it using the drone, so it still works. It's just pretty messed up. Physically, it looks like garbage. So I'm gonna have to buy another one soon. And then he even got a hold of my mic, my controller. You can see right here, he started chewing up the controller. Again, still works. So he survived the Great Dane. And I use lenses on my drone. That's how I get rid of all the glare through the water. And I'm able to see through the water better, so I can spot the redfish when I'm looking for them on the drone. And this goes in here. And I have a set of different lenses, polarized lenses, CPL lenses, things like that for the drone. It's fishing at San Martin. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, sometimes when I see kayakers out in San Martin, when I'm flying the drone out for some shots, I'll try to go near them on purpose to scare them. Maybe they'll think it's the Border Patrol or the game warden. Just kidding. More cables to charge the my mics. More cables. I got this GoPro hat on Amazon. I think it was like 16 bucks. And right here in the back is where I tie wrap the battery. You guys can see the tie wrap. Nothing fancy, but I tried putting the GoPro on the lid here first, but it was a bust. So on top it's better. And then I carry this one with me. You never know. If you got to charge all your stuff all at once. I think I got this one at Walmart. I can charge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things at a time. So lifesaver right there, man. And see what else I got. I use the GoPro 12, which is the one you guys are watching me on now. I have a GoPro 11 here and a GoPro 10. And then I'm raffling a GoPro 9. It's already done. The raffle's already done. I just haven't had a chance to do the raffle on Facebook. But this is the battery bank that I was talking to you about, Jake. The drone has a great camera. It's got a 4K camera. It's a really good camera for the price. I think I bought it for like $700 at the time. I think right now they're on sale for like 500 bucks because I bought it with the extra batteries and all that good stuff. I don't know where they're at. They're probably at home. But this is the actual power bank that powers. This is my power. I don't know what you want to call it, but this controls everything. It's dead right now. It's at 0%. You can see it on the digital screen there. it's got a digital number there, which is pretty cool. Lets you know where the percentage is at. But this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ports as well. So I can literally, if I'm fishing on the surf, I'm fishing anywhere where it's dark, I can plug a lot of these lights on little connectors or mount them on mounts, and I can put them all over the place. Sometimes when I go to the surf with my dad, I have a canopy, and I just put these lights all around the canopy, and I have them all plugged into this battery, and it just lights up the entire night. And they'll last me freaking, I'm telling you guys, I can have 3 lights plugged into this thing, my GoPros, and this thing will last me like 11 hours, like non-stop. I got this one on Amazon for 80 bucks, and it was very well, a very good investment. You can see the kind of like, I don't know if the GoPro can see it, but you can see the white on it where it's getting scratched up on the boat or on the kayak. And then that salt water kind of giving it a, kind of removing the color there. But so far it's been holding up. It's been doing really well. But that's what I power all my electronics with when I'm on the kayak. Let's see what else I got. Let me put this back in this thing, and I'll show you what else I have in here. And this is why I got the GoPro bag, because I needed something where I can fit all my GoPro stuff. I used to put everything in my black other backpack, but then it wasn't really the type of bag that, you know, you can organize your things in like this one. This is the GoPro bag, the backpack. I think it's called the Weekender or something like that. It's the big one. So I'm a member of GoPro, so I think I got a discount on it. I think I paid like 120 bucks for it. I think they retail for like 170, but it's a good investment. And it's water resistant, like I said, so I have all these wires in here. Okay, that's that. Gotta put this in here. And then just zip her up. Yeah, this is the GoPro bag. I think it's a Weekender or something like that. On the bottom here, it even has, like if you have some dirty laundry, put it in there so it doesn't get, and it goes all the way in the bag. Shoes, whatever, stick them in here through the inside of the bag, and it's just basically hanging if you're camping or something. I don't know if I'm ever gonna use that or not, but who knows. You can put your dirty chones in there so it doesn't stink up the rest of your stuff. And then it has the one in the back here, which is what I showed you guys, the mics and stuff. That's why I put my gloves. And if you're camping or whatever, it's got a connector right here for the GoPro, which is kind of cool. You can be recording while you're camping. Man, I'm not even getting paid for this GoPro. You better pay me. But top zipper here, I have more cables. This is where my DJI cable should be, and they're like inside my bag. This mic. And if you're interested in getting a DJI mic, which I recommend, they have these little connectors to them, bro. It's got for the iPhone and a C port. And these basically go magnetically connected to the wireless mics in the back. And you can plug it into your phone. So if you're ever live on TikTok, like that, you'll be able to use it like I am now with my GoPro. Definitely recommend that. And thanks, bro. I mean, I tried doing my best, trying to have up-to-date stuff so everybody has everybody can have a good video. When I shoot video, they have good quality. And then these are the lenses for the GoPros, guys. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this or not, but whenever you're fishing in the sun, bright sunny days, it is imperative to use filters for your GoPro. If you don't use polarized filters, what happens is you get a lot of white noise, you get a lot of light into your GoPro. So number one, you got to learn how to how to adjust the settings and lower the ISO when you're fishing bright light conditions. And you definitely want to have a polarized lens to get rid of any glare in case the GoPro hits the sun or anything like that. So I have everything from an ND4 to an ND32, I think is the biggest one, ND32. The darker it is, the darker you go. This is basically like sunglasses for the GoPro, man. It's a must. I have another lens here. This is the, what's it called? I forget what kind of lens this is. I don't use this lens a lot. It's a really good lens to use when you're videotaping at night or the day, but it's really designed for night fishing when there's a lot of lights. If you guys ever watch movies, you'll see that whenever the camera kind of hits the light, instead of being like a bright glare back at the camera, it creates like a blue line. I forget what it's called, like a flare. And it really makes that video look very cinematic. That's what this lens is. I used it one time before on one of the commercials I shot for the boots, because it does make things look a little bit different. Anamorphic, that's what it's called. It's an anamorphic lens. So it's in its own little case and everything, so make sure you don't screw it up. But this is what it looks like. See if you guys can see it better. I'm gonna move it around. Hopefully you can see it. It's got like a blue, kind of like a blue lens to it. And it's what kind of creates the anamorphic thing, or whatever it's called. But this is a great, if I use this one, let me set it up on the camera real quick so you guys can see. Hold on. Let me put it on so you guys can see it. Watch. I'm gonna take off the regular lens from the GoPro. Or let me give you a visual. So this is the visual right now. If I move it around, check out the white lights. Kind of get a visual of that. I'm gonna take off the lens. You're probably gonna see I have my settings in wide, I think. It's gotta be in linear. So you're probably gonna see like black bars on the side, and that's because I have it in the wrong settings. Every lens has its own settings, but don't mind the black bars around it. But if I point it, you can see that blue flare. Don't mind the fisheye effect. That's because I don't have the settings correctly. But if you guys see that blue flare, that's kind of what it does. So if you're ever like fishing, doing a video near a causeway or anything like that, and you want like a very cinematic look, it's gonna give you like that flare cinematic look. Let me go over here this way so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I don't think it's raining anymore, so I'll probably do some fishing in a little bit here. But you should start seeing the blue flare, that cinematic look. Oh shit. I was getting away from my phone, my bad guys. But that's basically what it does. It doesn't seem like much. You might be like, man, that's pointless. That's not even, why would you waste your Is the mic back up? Let me know if the audio is back on. You got it back? All right, cool. My bad, guys. I knew the wireless mic was gonna die eventually. But I don't know if you guys can tell the audio. It might sound a little different on the Rode than it did on the DJI. So kind of gives you an idea of the sound difference. It doesn't sound too bad, but I feel like the DJI sounds a little bit more muffly or something. Like bassy. I think it's because of this little white thing that I have on. It's probably already all freaking wet and dried up and shit. Let's see how it sounds with the lavalier. Might sound a little better. Oh, I gotta change the settings on the GoPro for that. Never mind. Okay. If I do that, it's gonna end the live. But I think that's pretty much about it, guys, as far as my stuff that I carry in this bag, other than lures. And this isn't really my fish bag, but when I come out here, the last thing I want to do is have a fish bag with me, aside from this bag. So this is what I bring with me. And I'll just throw in a couple of lures in there, a couple of jig heads, as you guys saw. Have a little bag of jig heads, a couple of packs of lures, and that's all I use, man. That's all I use. And you gotta have a lot of cables. Can never have enough cables. Okay, that goes in there. Let's see. How often do I use the polarized lenses on the water? Actually, bro, I use them about 97% of the time. The only time I don't use them is at night, or when there's a lot of overcast, I won't use them. But I definitely have to use them if it's a sunny day. It's a must. It gives the quality of the video. It looks a little bit more sharper. It doesn't look, like I said, as loud with all that noise from the sun. It's just way better quality video in my opinion. I mean, everybody's different. This is just my opinion. And I've learned, after doing a lot of research, I've learned that the polarized lenses make a huge difference. Especially if you're trying to shoot cinematic footage, definitely need that. But that's basically what I got in my bag. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's raining right now, so I'm gonna check out that boat. Well, I can't show it to you, but it's way over there. But I'm probably gonna end the live here in a little bit. I'm gonna fish maybe like in 15-20 minutes. I'm not gonna bother setting up the GoPro because I gotta set up over there. Then I'm gonna have the mic connected, and my battery's at 30%. I need to plug it into the external battery, and I'm not sure if that battery's acting up, but it's not really working. So I'll take some questions meanwhile, and hopefully I can answer them for you guys. Do you run specific setups at night? Yes. So I don't know, what GoPro do you have? I've noticed that the GoPro 11 and 12, maybe 10. The 11 and 12 definitely have a bigger sensor than the 10 and the 9. So that's the reason why I have a 10, 11, and 12. And soon I'm gonna get rid of my 10 and upgrade it to another 12. But okay, so if you have a 12, it's perfect. So that's the one that I have. So if you fish at night, I always put the settings, the ISO is at minimum 800, maximum 800. I don't go to 1600 or anything like that, because then your video looks really grainy and pixelated. So 800 max, and then you have the EV comp. Usually, depending on the lighting, I like to put it at a +1, and right now I'm using it in a +2. because I have it in a +2, you're seeing a little bit more of the glares. I don't know if you can see the white glare behind me. The +2, I typically use it when it's really, really dark. But if you have a white light behind you on the kayak like I do, I typically put it at a +1. Otherwise, it starts to pick up a lot of the noise from that light. You don't want to do that. And the sharpness, I always have it at medium. I never put it at sharp and high. And I think I have the color settings as vibrant. I always have it on vibrant on the water. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, David. Yeah, I'm gonna fish for a little bit. It's already kind of late. It's 12 in the morning. I'll probably just fish a little bit. If I catch something cool, if I don't, no big deal. I know it's still kind of drizzling a little bit, so I'm probably gonna leave my backpack right here while I go fish over there. There's nobody here anyway, so nobody's gonna jack me. And I'll just see if I can catch maybe another keeper or some small trouts in a second here. But maybe when I get back home, I'll do a video on my kayak setup. I already have a video on my kayak setup that I did about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. But I'll do an updated one for you guys so you guys can check it out. It's your typical kayak accessories on it, nothing crazy. But I'll give you guys a rundown of what I have. And I'm planning on raffling my kayak soon too. I kind of want to raffle my kayak so I can buy another kayak. But I'm still kind of, should I do it? Should I not do it? Will it work? Sometimes, you know, you can run a raffle for things, and when it's a lot of numbers and it's a high amount, you don't really sell the numbers as fast. And I really don't want to have a raffle sitting for a long time. So I might try it out, and if I don't fill it up within like 2 weeks max or sooner, I'm probably just going to return the money to everybody back. I'm going to return the money back to everybody and just, you know, screw it, whatever. But I might do that on my Facebook sometime soon, and I might do it on the YouTube as well. But that's it, guys. No problem, Jake. Anytime, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm going to go fish for about 15-20 minutes, and I'm going to call it. And it is late, so I got